And welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. We're going to go ahead and confirm assignments here, I think. Although, the state on Earth. I know we were having people trying to crack us down, kick us out of places. We've got kicked out 2 places.
Standing
Okay.
by for orders. Terminating the opposition.
Back down there. I might actually be just strong enough I can just purge them strictly. We'll go with the purge directly approach. And we can
Removing
hit
our
both.
enemies.
Where do you need me?
Or attempt to hit both.
Removing our enemies.
Confirming summits, letting time pass. We do have the aliens running amok at Mars, blowing stuff up. Victor 808 has arrived at low Earth. Coming straight for the fleet that we would really like to be responding to the aliens. Although they're only bringing 4. So that might not be a good showing for them. Gauge. I'll let the auto-resolve here. Auto-resolve works. We get a full sweeping victory. 1.3 more exotics. And we're going to get a repair. Repair will be repaired in 2 days. Okay.
Lending my expertise.
Been gone bombarding. That's still those 12 ships bouncing around. We haven't gotten lucky with any fire coming off of Mars to stop them. And I think, again, we don't want to risk our 10 Martian ships here in a 10v2, or 10v12. Okay. What are we really looking for? More nobles if we can get it, more radioactive if we can get it. So, prospecting. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Luna, asteroids within basically Jupiter in and E. So, we don't want Jupiter because the aliens will respond if we go that far out, but everything else within the asteroid belts we can hit up. So, the best unclaimed radioactive is actually on the moon, 4.1. Best unclaimed nobles is on Mars. That's not surprising with what's been going on of shooting. And then it's Mercury. Okay. I think we're gonna go pop out to Charlie's Chasm. And Foxtrot 201 out here. Here we go. Arrive in just under 28 weeks. Oh, as far as Mercury is concerned, Humanity First, Mercury. Did we get our nanofab up? Online. Only missing one of the bases on Mercury as well, by the looks of it. Okay. And... oh no, I've got an orbital. So you're the orbital. You're gonna have a battle station. We're rebuilding the battle station there, okay. Okay, I do have a nanofab, so I can just claim sites. Oh, it is pretty expensive to rebuild these. We'll get that one being rebuilt. And of course that ate all my metals. So we can technically go grab another spot on Mercury. I might grab the spot. That might be all we do. Or is it occupied by someone? The resistance. The unclaimed ones are occupied, or the ones that I'm not grabbing are occupied by the resistance. Okay. Again, blowing up another base at Mars. We're just gonna have to let them do it. Unless they get unlucky and actually take some damage. Or they take so long that our expansion from 10 to 15 completes. Go for a little bit more mining. Yeah, what we're kind of finding out here is that anything short of a battle station is not enough. And it probably would actually take more than one battle station, really, to stop that with what we've got. Maybe when we get the UV ground-based battle stations might be a little bit better at keeping them off. Okay, they took some damage that time. I think they just detached the one damaged ship and went back to bombarding. Okay, so if we get lucky and they basically retreat themselves down to 10 or lower, we'll go in with the ships. New battle station at low Mercury. So we've refortified the Mercury base. Firestar Fission Lantern. If that's the one I think that is, that might be worth picking up. Gas Core Fission. Is that the last one? That is the last one. Okay. So that's the best of those three. And you can see fairly low radioactives. Not the best of thrust, not the best of combat, or not the best of regular thrust, yeah. So 50 kps, rating 5.6. So still probably interesting, at least if we compare that to Firestar versus Titan, or versus Poseidon, right? Alright, so that's 10.1, but 6 fissiles versus 0.1. So yeah, this is 5 orders of, well, 5 doublings bigger, right? So 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, so it's 32 times more fuel efficient, but it consumes 60 times more radioactives. So if I'm concerned about my radioactive consumption, and we might be, we're down to 80, or 800, I did not realize how quickly we went through the radioactives. We might want to do Fission Star Lantern, say, over the torch. It's also cheaper. Also cheaper.
Things are cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, so they took some damage. Are they going to leave, or are they going to split that damaged one off? They're going to split the damaged one off. And the big win more. Okay, at this point, it's a 10v10. I'm going to take a 10v10. Wrong fleet. Oh, the damaged one's still there. So as we can see what the auto-resolve is going to give us. Auto-resolve says we win. Okay, we'll accept that. So what's the state of Mars after all that bounding? Okay, so Exodus and the Protectorate have attempted to take advantage of the situation to bounce back in. if I'm founding settlements, am I doing it? Yeah, I can do it in 60 days. Okay. So we're just gonna retake these. Or, well, attempt to retake these. We'll see how well that goes. Fusion, farm, settlement, LDA, manufactory. Rinse and repeat, at least until we run out of metal for the moment. Settlement, found, manage, fusion, farm, mine, manufactory, LDA. Oh, built the tier 1. That was not what I meant, but I'll work with that. It might actually just be a better idea to build them tier 1 anyway. Because we get 100% of the output instead of 150% of the output if I do tier 1. Yeah, I'm just looking for output. I should probably do tier 1. They're going to be even less able to defend themselves. We'll just do that one as that one. We'll continue going like so. So this one's actually tier 2, so we do fusion, farm, LDA, manufactory, settlement mine. Town settlement, grab, manage, farm, fusion, LDA, settlement mine, manufactory. Town settlement, found, manage, farm, fusion, LDA, settlement mine, and that's what we're going to do for the moment. The nanofab's less important.
The human brain can store the equivalent of 2.5 petabytes of information, or enough to record 3 million hours of TV. But what if we became able to watch those shows at 1,000 times the speed? Then our brains would seem like a mere floppy disk. Chancellor Li Qingzhao, Engineering Humanity.
Okay, so we completed ultra capacitors. So with ultra capacitors done, we're get to pick the next choice. We got the most research in that. It's also going to let us do tier 2 plasma. So for the fallback, that's kind of what we want. We could do phase array. I suppose phase array is going to help with the defenses because the ground-based ones will be auto-upgraded with this. A little bit less useful in the fact that we don't necessarily have a lot of exotics for taking the fight to the aliens. I suppose that's that makes the stations harder to destroy. Or the university. Yeah, we'll work on the university. We might contemplate doing the labs. Or, well, put that on the global pool. We'll see if we keep control. Plasma battery Mark II, we're going to want that. And Mark III coil gun batteries. We'll want that.
We are in control now.
We are in control now.
GDP, knowledge, welfare. I think we do the welfare. Okay, forces have arrived. They've probably been there for a while, but I've been busy elsewhere. Go send you to get rid of that batch. Take our points back. Okay, Chad and South Africa are ready for being federated.
Heading to the capital.
So we'll go get
Ready
the
for my
Federation
mission.
for them.
On my way to the capital.
Do some command. You want command. And you're at science. Well, actually, you are science, science, or science at this point. Although, if I give him other stuff, we can just start taking orgs off of him to free up for things like mining. I don't think we're that far along yet. I think I want the science more than that.
Lending my expertise.
Arrived at low Mercury. They're going to start bombarding one of our bases. There are 11 of them. Do I wait for the Dreadnoughts? 5 days. I am going to gamble on them not doing too much damage while we wait for the Dreadnoughts. And then we can do 10v11. I think we'll handle a 10v11 a little bit better than a 5v11. Okay, so they've blown one up. They're moving on to the next one. Okay, they got the manufacturing complex. That's a bit more of a setback than I was hoping. We did do some damage to them. Okay.
Order is returning.
They broke off. There's now only 6 of them there.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, well, we're not doing 10v11. We're going to be doing 10v6. Oh, they just split the damage ones off. Okay, so they're still all there. They're still all there. They have a little bit of Delta V, so we've got something to get back with. Trying to save the missiles for when we get in closer. Okay, that's some time in advance. So at the moment I've got one batch of kinetics going off at each of the 5 largest enemy ships, and we got all the Lancers focusing on the remaining ship. We'll see how that works. The kinetics are mostly to try to tie up the enemy weapons in this deployment, while the Lancers disable them. Enemy torpedoes away. Okay, armor's holding. It's mostly just plasma that's actually getting through. Got enough PD that obviously none of their missiles got through. Okay, the ship we're focusing with the Lancers is weapons cold. Let's swap to the battle cruiser. Gotta bring more weapons on the enemy side offline so the kinetics get through. Okay, I think we damaged the point defense enough on the battle cruiser that rounds are getting through. Let's swap to the cruiser. Swap to the next ship. Okay, that one looks like it's dead in the void. Swap to the next ship. Yeah, at this point I think our kinetics are getting through simply because they've suffered so much system damage, they don't have enough adequate PD. And yeah, Final Neutron Lance plus a bunch of kinetics is a much better combo than either alone. So now we just need to recreate that elsewhere. I think Mercury's good. I think we got a good control of Mercury. We might want a little bit better for like fuel system. Well, we don't necessarily have enough fuel to happily move around the Mercury system. It looks like you survived, you survived, you survived. Did you get my nano fab? I haven't been smart enough to put one up in the space station. It's really where I should put it at this point. Okay, so we'll be able to reclaim Mercury, what we lost in Mercury on the 29th of May. Here comes more to Mercury. Okay.
Mission complete.
policy direction complete.
Here's advanced coil cannons. We'll set it as a favorite. We're probably never going to swap to that just because of how many exotics that's going to cost. Oh yeah, we went through a lot of radioactives. Those ships drink radioactives when I am not expecting it. Okay, so this is... I'm like, yeah, we need to put more fuel in these. I can't afford to put more fuel in these. We spent it all in the Mercury system. They're refueled for the moment, but that's for the moment. So yes, we need more radioactives, so plasma for the subsurface, and I'll forget the other radioactive one as well. That'll help a little bit with fueling, and then we gotta get the drives swapped out. I don't think I can refit these guys to the other drive. Might be able to, but I don't think so. Arm assignments let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Monitor low Mars. Okay. Let's looking at Mars. I need more of Mars, if for no other reason than I need to mine more, like, radioactives. And some of the Martian sites have decent radioactives. Oh, no, all the Martian sites have been claimed. Which actually, in a weird way, works better for me, because then we just send the Marines in. Marines, demonstrate why you are worth your budget. Volcanic eruption! Oh no! Fusion pile, outpost mine. It's probably not even worth upgrading more than that. That's fine. Fair. Acquire the next one. And the last one. Okay, so there's some nicer radioactive sites there. That would be nice to have, but for the moment that's better than nothing. And yeah, Mars, we got a lot of places being upgraded, so we got more gun that's gonna come in. I'm just patient enough for it to finish. That's 1.2 a month. That's 3/4 of one a month. So on and so forth, right? If we just let these finish, that's one a month. And the other thing is to get the alternative drive, so I've got something that's more radioactive efficient. And then we can leave Foxtrot 454 at the dock, where it can be a floating super battery to keep them off the dock. Thinking about that, we got monitors under construction at Mercury yet? No. Build me some monitors at Mercury.
Violence is abating.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will come to our side.
That's the fusion reactor farm. I want Firestar Fission Lantern. So develop that next. They'll be done February of next year. That's why we'd like more science, but it is what it is. I gotta be able to actually control the labs for extended periods of time to make science worthwhile.
Policy direction complete.
Federate, South Africa. Suppose I can federate with the EU as well.
Mission complete.
Okay, thinking about it. Oops. Maybe zoomed out a little bit too further. When will the problem arrive? Well, lots of problems are arriving. The question is which problem is the right problem. That's the problem. 101 days left before the assault carrier rise. It's bringing 5 ships. Well, it plus 5 ships are arriving, or 4 other ships are arriving, so a total of 5. We have a welcoming force of 12 with another 6 under construction. Yeah, 12 and another, well, 7 because of how the balance works on those. Okay. Well, I can probably turn welfare off in the EU for the moment. Something, welfare mins at 1. I mean, we're real close to 1. So we're basically there. We actually want welfare to, or inequality to go up a little bit. Anyway, we're trying to build up the funding. What's the funding cap and where are we at? Oh, the funding cap's not listed. The funding cap's here. Maximum of 13.5K per month, and we're up to 6.3, I think is what I was reading. 5.1 or something. Either way, we got a way to go before EU's funding is truly maxed, so we might as well keep raising funding, which then can be used to be spent elsewhere.
Standing by for orders.
One option potentially for spending it would be boosting government in the Gulf Union. Oh, that's being prevented. I'm being prevented from that because it costs too much influence. Okay. Got money. I don't necessarily have a lot of influence. Although we're missing a bunch of mission control there. Can I spend on mission control reasonably? There we go. Bunch more mission control there. Well within our budget. And then there's more in Africa, but the reason there's more in Africa is because the aliens keep, breaking it.
Must persuade the people.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Where do you need me?
Any of you need to level up? No. No mining in the choice pool. So confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Securing our control.
Cam module at Mars. Okay. Okay, so that's the modules. It's gonna take a little bit longer for the mines to come online. That's fine. 10th of August, 9th of September. So 9th of September, I think, is when everything's gonna come online.
Things are stabilizing.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
New outpost mining complex, so more yield. It's good to see.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've moved the needle.
Arrived at low Earth orbit. They're targeting Hadrian Station, so we should respond. Yeah, it's only 5 of them we should respond. So if I can get to Hadrian Station with Foxtrot 441, they're going to arrive in 6.2 hours. Oh, I can't get to Hadrian Station because that's ISS orbit. The fleet at ISS orbit will have to do it themselves. There's 2 of them versus 5. We'll see how well that goes. See, the auto-resolve. Auto-resolve says we lose. What do they actually got for weapons? PD, torpedo bays, and obviously point defense laser. Yeah, that's probably we probably lose. I agree. Coup d'etat in Chad, because apparently defending it was not enough to protect it. Okay. So on the 22nd of October, we can invade Chad. Rally around the flag. Yeah, gain some cohesion. They're coming straight for our fleet. Oh dear. And this is 12v14. I don't think we're winning this fight. Well, this is... We'll hit engage, we'll hit auto-resolve. I don't think that's the outcome I would have got, but I'm not gonna question the auto-resolve, and the auto-resolve is handing me victory. Select them. We're gonna do a resupply, so they, to the degree that they can, are rearmed. Okay, well, let's get all those new ships headed to Cyrus Station. Okay, do the repair. It's going to take you 25 days. we're up to 18 ships. So I think that's probably good for trying to deal with the arriving fleet. At some point we want to get a space station back up on Earth, but I think we want to wait until after the assault carrier gets dealt with. Monitor done in 15 days there. How do I feel about the Martian fleet? Martian fleet's pretty good, yeah. And then as far as Mercury is concerned, I don't have a good way... Oh, and the resistance filled at the backfilled slots. Okay, so I'm feeling like me and my one and only friend have got these two orbits under control. Maybe not very well, but we got the orbits at least as much as I can realistically have under control. Yeah. So now the question is, do I think I can afford battleships or dreadnoughts for Mars defense or Earth defense? If we don't have a shipyard, I don't think it's warranted to do it Earth yet. Mars is a little bit of a different question. I think Mars needs to wait until we can change the engine type. We swap the engine type back to a fissile, non-Poseidon fissile. Which is February? March. It's been delayed. Oh, and look at the time. Try to keep these a little bit on the shorter side because we're going to be recording 7 parts tonight. I think this is a good point to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up for you tomorrow. We got some interesting text coming up along here. More radioactives will help us a little bit more with the fuel. Firestar fission isn't as good as Poseidon. Notably, however, it uses a lot less radioactive, so if your fuel concerns are radioactive and not fuel, volume of fuel, this is a more fuel or more radioactive efficient drive. The Poseidon torch is more fuel efficient, but it's more fissile. So once you sort of account for how much delta V you get per fissile, it's worse per fissile. This is more fissile efficient. So yeah, we'll get that done in March. That'll be done in March. That'll provide us with more metal, so we can actually afford to have more armor. So that combo will actually be pretty nice. I'll probably pick up the Tier 2 Plasma. Ultraviolets are also coming in February. So yeah, things are coming along. If you're watching on YouTube, start up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here so I can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, presumably try to get the ads out of the way. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.